The following program contains mature subject matter not suitable for young viewers and graphic images that may be disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
You know, it's the shadow pandemic of this pandemic. Domestic violence is on the rise during COVID-19 around the world and here at home in homes all across the country. Well, today we're taking a hard look at yet another devastating and prevalent reality in what we're calling our new normal.
24 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the U.S. Experts across the globe say it's only getting worse during COVID-19. With lockdowns, surging unemployment, and high level of economic and emotional stress, victims are staying with their abuser and are isolated from their support networks. For many, stay safer at home orders have made it anything but. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, almost 3/4 of family violence occurs in or near the home of the victim. In Illinois, the Chicago Police Department already handles some 500 calls a day related to domestic violence. Experts there say quarantines associated with COVID-19 exacerbate the issue. In Boston, Massachusetts, radiologists from Brigham and Women's Hospital found nearly double the total numbers of victims sustaining injuries due to strangulations, stab injuries, burns, or use of weapons this spring compared with the same period during the past 2 years. In North Carolina, in one county in 1 week, a woman was just stabbed to death and another was shot in the head as a result of domestic violence. Why the escalation and the intensity? And what can victims and anyone do to help stop the violence?
Joining us now is the CEO of the National Domestic Violence Hotline, Katie Ray Jones. Katie, thanks for joining us today.
Good morning. Hello.
So, Katie, you're on the front lines of this, what we're calling a shadow pandemic. What's going on with COVID-19 and domestic violence?
People often think that domestic violence is an anger management issue, and it's not. It's actually deeply rooted in power and control. And I think we could all agree right now during the pandemic, we're all feeling a little less in control of our lives. So imagine a situation that someone struggles with power and control issues. That's being exacerbated right now. So we'll see that anyone who typically struggles with those issues will try to exacerbate that and exert more power and control over someone. And it's usually their intimate partner.
And Katie, even some women's hospitals, they're reporting an increase in extreme injuries. Does that data support what you're finding anecdotally?
Yeah, absolutely. At the National Domestic Violence Hotline, we've started to hear that from survivors that they are experiencing an increased intensity of abuse as well as an increase in frequency of abuse. So we've started to hear more instances of strangulation, which is a really severe injury that oftentimes people don't recognize. So our advocates have reached out and said they have been hearing from women who they can hear their voice is hoarse. And they're saying, I don't want to go to the hospital because I'm afraid I'm going to get COVID. We had one woman who said that her partner pulled a gun out on her for the first time because she was trying to go to work and he was trying to prevent her from doing so.
You say that actually abusers are using COVID-19 specifically to actually increase their leverage with their emotional manipulation. How is that?
So we know about domestic violence. One of the strategies that abusive partners use is isolation. So this is really, in many ways, the perfect scenario for an abusive partner. They have their victim, survivor, in the home with them 24/7. They're able to watch what they're doing, see who they're speaking to, potentially reading text messages. So we know that in that situation, the abuser has that ability to be constantly belittling, putting a lot of emotional stress. And many of these support systems that a victim would be using right now, going to work, seeing their coworkers, seeing friends, family, are often not options. So it's a really distressing situation for the victim in the home.